Oh boy. Here we go again. It will never end. Never ever end. Ever. I got a secret poll going amongst some of the people in my life, wondering what will be the number on the final episode of this game. And that was before the new routes began. I don't know what the winner gets, other than the satisfaction of being right, but fucking hell, man. Hello, everyone. Why am I so fucking giggly right now? Oh. Hi. My name is VivianJade. I have played this game a lot. Like a lot, man. like way more. way fucking more. Way more than I ever thought I ever fucking would, man. If you'd have asked me way back in 2017 when I started playing this game, if I was gonna be playing it still and have no clear end in sight, fuck, man. God damn. You need to get your fucking shocks looked at, bro. Day 25 of Darius. 2 years after the last Darius episode. That is all I'm gonna say to address the gap there. The route is done. As far as I'm aware, I believe the route is over, so now we just gotta finish. We have 11 days to get through, which is probably gonna be like 27 episodes. Because these days last so long. Guess it's time to get ready for class and go. I wonder what's going on today. Who the fuck knows, man? Why are my eyes green? Knock, knock. Just a minute, I'm not dressed. Hey. The Undie Club. I said I wasn't dressed, Richard. It's all good, not like I ain't seen your dick in the bathroom before. We already have a Darius in this route. We don't need another one. Said that before. But what do you want? You're never up this early. You got company. Darius? Why are you here? Is this a dream? Oh my. I had to come back last night and get those nudes I wanted. And a little extra. Oh. What about our deal? What? Heavy? Hurry, here's a Spencer. Did you really expect anything else from him? Yep, this is a nightmare. This is a dream. Well, yeah, I kinda did. Pointless. I'll never change. Why don't you just forget about him? Let me deal with it. You know that I love him, so just let me take care of him. You won't have to worry about him anymore. You already had your chance, though. Are you saying I don't deserve another? You told me yourself I should tell him how I feel. Well, yeah, but I bet he'd come running back to me, too, don't you think? Oh God, Azaghal! Azaghal's gonna beat us up! Every pair of hands grabbed your shoulders and you looked back to see Azaghal behind you. Oh! Fallen Wolf! He's got me, too. He can get whatever he needs whenever he wants it. All he has to do is stop by my shop. I know exactly what he likes. See? He's got plenty of options.
and we all know exactly what he wants. So why don't you just leave him to us? In fact, we could all take care of you too. You'd like that, wouldn't you? You know, we could do that. He's seen my dick too, and I think he liked what he saw. This could be a fun time for everyone. Agreed.
Wait a minute, guys.
We all know you want this, so just let it happen, okay?
Darius.
Don't worry, we won't tell Darius if you won't.
Jesus Christ.
Just forget about him.
God, that was a fucked up dream.
Gah.
That dream was a little all over the place. It's kind of a shame that I woke up before things went any further. I don't think that's the takeaway you should be getting from that. Darius would get a kick out of that bet. I can't help but wonder if there's any truth to what they said, though. I'd rather not think about that. I need to get up and get ready for class now. And of course, I'd have a giant boner this morning. Made that bet with Darius, so I can't do anything about it other than wait for it to go away. Then he'd appreciate it if I showed it to him too. I don't remember what the fucking stakes were. That's a good way to keep your storylines in straight, cohesive order. Only pay attention to them every 2 years. Let's see what happens if we show it off. He might even regret the bet he made if I send it to him, so let's give him a taste of his own medicine. Oh boy. He tossed the blanket aside to show off the tent bouncing in the air, and you wagged it around. You could see just okay. You showed it off. I can't really give all the details there. Any other morning, I'd take care of this before class, but no, not today. You didn't bother with any fancy compositions, so you snapped a quick picture of your thing and sent it to Darius. Okay, now I'll get up. It should be gone by the time I get dressed and leave. Kinda surprised Darius hasn't replied to that picture I sent. I swear, if he shows up and tell me he cranked one out before showing up. For that matter, he better show up at all. Him and Spencer both. Oh, yeah, they're both here already. Darius and Spencer were sitting beside each other, chatting, and Darius leaned in close with a devious smirk on his face. When he saw you walk in, he leaned away and motioned for you to join them. Glad to see both of you here today. I figured I might as well show up. Especially with what I woke up to see on my phone.
He hasn't stopped going on about it either.
What did he wake up to? I had an alert from a certain someone showing me some amazing assets. You can't tell me you aren't at least somewhat interested in it, Spence.
I'll admit it does look pretty good.
What? You showed Spencer? Of course I showed him. I'm not gonna keep that to myself. Darius, you said you wouldn't show anyone. Why wouldn't I show him? But Darius flashed his phone at you, and there was a picture of a motorcycle on his phone. Azaghal got his new bike yesterday, and he wants me to come down to the shop later to check it out. Doesn't it look sweet? I hope he lets me take it for a spin. He pocketed his phone and leaned on his fist while staring at you. You want me to take you for a ride later, Andrew? A bike? That's what it was? Mm-hmm. What did you think I was showing, Spencer?
Your face is awfully red, Andrew.
Sure is. I don't know what he's getting so worked up over. Maybe he's just as excited for me to take him for a ride as I am. He put his paw on your leg and slid it up toward your inner thigh.
I'm sure that's not the reason why, and to be honest, I think I'd prefer not to know.
thought he showed you the text I sent him about the dream I had this morning. I had a really weird dream. Oh yeah, that was crazy. Not my place to share that kind of stuff with anyone else though, so I kept it to myself.
Oh, that's all? Must have been something else to make you that all flustered.
It definitely was. Why don't you tell him about it? I'm curious to see what he thinks about it.
If he got that embarrassed thinking that you told me already, what makes you think he'd want to tell me now?
Just figured I'd give him a chance to clear the air is all. Well, it was just a weird talk that I was having with the two of you and Richard and Azaghal. I can barely remember the conversation was even about now. Dreams don't stick with me for long. That's a shame.
If we were involved, there was no telling what it was about either. And knowing how much time you've spent with Darius lately.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, you're gonna go up with me to Azzy's shop, right?
Me?
Duh, who else?
I'm here too, you know.
Psh, like you'd wanna go.
Maybe I would.
If Spencer wants to go, you should take him. When was the last time you two did anything together?
Just the two of us?
Uh-huh. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. But why don't we all go together instead? That way you're included in the plot, main character.
Really?
Yeah, we can have lunch here and then go. I'll have a few hours before I need to go to work, so we can all hang out for a bit. If that's cool with the both of you, anyway.
I think that can be fun. It'd be a perfect chance for us all to hang out again. What do you think, Darius? I'm cool with that if you guys are. Regardless of who's with me, I'm going to check out that bike. If one or both of you want to come along, I'm down. Alright, looks like we'll all be hanging out again. And in that case, I'll call shotgun. What? Looks like he beat you to it again, Andrew. But that's what I was saying first. He cut me off. You were too slow. But them's the brakes, so you gotta abide.
You can always try again later.
But I call shotgun for after we leave the mechanic. You can't do that, I'm afraid. Only one shotgun can be active at a time, and a new one cannot be enacted until plans to drive have been made again. You're making this up as you go.
No, he's right. That's how things work.
You're both against me. Swindlers, the both of you.
If it's that big of a deal with you, you can ride in the front with Darius.
Not being the sore loser, or you'll ride in the back from now on, even when it's just the two of us. Fine. I guess it puts me in a better position to tease both of you. That's the spirit.
Don't you encourage your corruption of him even more.
You winked and gave your leg a firm squeeze. It's far too late for him now. He's under my sway.
I might have to reconsider going with you guys if I'll have to deal with him with both of you behaving like that.
You have 2 classes to decide. The 3 of you continued chatting as more students trickled into the room, and your first class started after a little more time passed. And we're in lunch now. Yay! Time flying by. Love it. Finally, I'm ready to eat.
You didn't have to wait for us.
What's the point of a lunch date if we aren't all eating together?
Fair point.
Came as no surprise to everyone when Darius paid for all the food. Having obtained food, you found a clear space and sat to eat. Thanks for lunch, Darius.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's make this quick so we can go. Azaghal keeps sending me pictures of his bike and asking when I'm gonna be there. Sounds like he's just as excited to show you the bike as you are to see it. He can be a big kid when it comes to stuff like that.
Bet at least one of the pictures he sent has his dick in it.
What makes you say that? Because it's how Azaghal behaves and Spencer knows it. Does that mean Spencer's right? Want to take a look through my text and find out? No, come on, you don't have to do that. I don't need to see if there's something like that in there.
Maybe there's hope for you yet.
Besides, if I wanted to see something like that, I'd just ask you, Darius.
Or not.
You wanted me to send you a dick pic?
Can we not have this conversation right now?
Let's change the subject to something else.
You two are going camping this weekend, aren't you?
I feel like because this route has been so drawn out on my channel specifically, this whole camping thing has been going on for so fucking long. I want to see them actually go camping, for God's sake. I don't even really care. I just want to see it get done with. They've been preparing for going camping for years. Yeah, we're going tomorrow after practice.
Where at?
If you take a left off exit 20 and just follow that road into the country towards the mountains, there's an old dirt road you can turn off on that'll lead you to a nice secluded spot. And now you're gonna show up and spy on us because I just gave you the fucking route to our secluded spot, goddammit. We'll be there until sometime Sunday. If you can find it, you should come spend some time with us. The tent's big enough for the three of us. Though I don't know if all three of us can sleep in the same sleeping bag.
I appreciate the invite, but I'll be working all weekend.
I'm sure you have plans that having a third person would ruin. Or make better.
Ruin! Maybe another time, if you make plans soon enough for me to request time off.
If you're serious about that, we'll make it happen.
I'm serious. I haven't been camping since I was a kid, and I would enjoy roughing it in the woods again.
Oh, good old lumberjack Spencer. Well, let's plan something then.
Maybe you should wait until after this trip to see if you can stand being alone with Darius in the wild for a couple of days. You might not want to go back.
Being alone with him is one thing, but if there was the three of us, I know it would be a lot of fun. Well, if that's how you feel, maybe I should just go alone then. You can sit your ass at home while I'm enjoying a relaxing weekend. Maybe I'll just take Azaghal instead. He owns his shop, so he can take off time whenever he wants. I didn't say being alone with you was a bad thing. I'm really looking forward to it. To being alone with me? I mean, I'm really looking forward to the whole trip in general. Uh-huh. Darius was sitting beside you when his paw once again found its way to your inner thigh, using his fingers to lightly graze along your crotch. You exhaled slowly and kept eating your food like nothing was wrong. You didn't want Spencer to suspect anything, as if he can't watch arms. Your calm demeanor only made Darius rub his fingers more firmly against you before retracting his paw.
What exactly do you have planned?
It'll be getting late when we get there tomorrow, so setting up the tent and starting a fire will be a priority. I don't have much planned for the evening other than relaxing since it'll be dark by then. Saturday will be hiking and swimming, and if I'm lucky, a little TLC at the end of the day. Don't count on it. If he tells me you trying to force him to Spencer, you know I would never do something like that.
I know.
Anyway, Sunday we'll head home sometime late in the afternoon. Might not sound like a lot to do, but the weekend will be gone before we know it.
You guys should make the most of it then.
I plan to. It's the first time in a while I've done this, and who knows when or if I'll get to do it again. I'm sure we'll get to do it again. Hopefully. Looks like you guys are done eating too, so we should totally get going.
I'm ready whenever you guys are.
I'm set. Well, let's go then. Oh, geez, the 3D background.
It's about time you guys showed up.
Well, I had to wait for these two before I headed over. Not everyone gets to slack off like you do.
Uh-huh. Hey, Spencer, Andrew, You two want to see my new toy? Darius doesn't seem to want to.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
I'll even take you both for a ride on it, and Darius can just stand here and watch.
I'll just leave them here with you and go find something else to do.
I'm sure I can take better care of them than you can anyway.
Good luck then. Azaghal laughed and walked away, and he returned a moment later wheeling a motorcycle along with him.
Here we are.
Damn, look at that! Darius circled the bike while Azaghal listed out all the different specs to it you and Spencer were completely forgotten about. Well, it looks cool.
I don't know nothing about motorcycles. Same here. I don't understand what's so amazing about it other than how it looks. Most of what they're talking about is foreign to me.
Yeah. You stood with Spencer for about 10 minutes before Azaghal and Darius were finished talking about the bike. Azaghal's gone get some helmets, then he's gonna let me take you for a spin. You're going with me first, Andrew. Where are we going? We're just gonna go for a quick ride around the city. I'll take Spencer after dropping you off. Does it sound good to you guys?
Sound fine to me.
I'm good with that.
All right, you're the helmet. Let me show you some of the features of the helmet first. Then you guys are good to go.
Is there something special about the helmets?
The helmets have a special HUD, or heads-up display, built into them. It'll display things like your speed, mileage, or maps under the helmet's visor.
Bullshit! This is not fucking, that fucking Disney movie. I don't know.
This model can even make calls, record videos, and take pictures. And he controls it all with an attachment to the handlebar.
This bullshit. Google Glass, bullshit.
Is that really safe? More so than you'd think. The display doesn't really obstruct your view, and it's safer than looking down to check your GPS or speed while driving.
See, that I could buy because my dad used to have a car where they had the speedometer would flash as a light up on the windshield just above the curve of the dashboard. But not on a fucking motorcycle helmet. That's some bullshit. You're full of shit. Nah, that's some science fiction. Nuh-uh. Even if I see proof, I am clinging to it as a lie. That is not true. There's nothing admirable about people seeing proof and then still saying it's a lie. That is a huge problem, but I'm just carrying on because it seems very fanciful. I would be really impressed if that was true. I have just never heard of anything like that in real life. I'm so stoked to try it out, so give it to me.
And there they go again.
You have to admit, it sounds like really cool tech.
I'll admit, it does sound pretty neat. I just hope it isn't distracting while he drives.
Darius is really safe when riding his bike, so I'm sure he'll be fine.
I'm more worried about you, since you'll be his passenger.
He won't do anything that'll put me in danger either.
If he does, tell me, and I'll lay into him for it.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Here's your helmet, Andrew. Your helmet is synced with his, so you'll see the HUD too. But if you push this button, you can take a picture with it. Hold it down, and it'll record a video.
I guarantee there's gonna be some shit with that, and it'll be a CG, and it'll be cute. Cool! There's gonna be some privacy situations with that, I don't know, but that'd be good for those motorcycle point of view video YouTubers. See them all the time on those instant karma fail videos where some fucking Karen or Keith or whatever is driving like a maniac and they cut off someone They're like getting mad at a motorcyclist for daring to go fast on a motorcycle. And then they like crash into not the motorcyclist, but the Karen or Keith like crashes into a fucking, like a pole. It's like, oh yeah, fuck you for getting mad at a motorcyclist for riding a motorcycle. Like, get fucked. Anyway, cool!
It has a speaker and headphones built in it too, so you'll be able to talk to each other if he doesn't have music playing or isn't in a call.
That's illegal, actually. You can't wear headphones while driving. That's just blatantly illegal. I know a lot of people do it, but you can't obstruct your ears while driving. That's just against the law. Whoa, it can do that too? Against the law?
Yeah! These things have some cool tech built in. Strap on your helmet and hop on behind him. You guys ride safe.
You climbed onto the bike behind Darius and got comfortable. There was more room for you to sit than on his bike, but a heavy paw against your back pushed you snugly against Darius. Thanks. Whoa, what the fuck? Hold up.
Hold on to him. We don't need you sliding off.
And now Darius... Why has he got that picture? I mean... Well, it's not like you can see him. I don't know why you'd see that picture, but okay. But it's a cute picture. He's doing a blep. But he doesn't have his beard, too. Is this just an old picture? I'm confused now. And he doesn't have a shirt on. I'm very confused. What is with this picture? Yeah, get your arms around me. This is a new ride, so who knows what'll happen. When Darius spoke, you heard his voice coming from the speakers in the helmet.
What better happen is a smooth ride and the return of an undamaged bike. Otherwise, beatings will happen.
Is that a promise? Azaghal's paw slid down between you and Darius, coming dangerously close to your crotch and making you lean back abruptly. And he squeezed Darius's tail base. No, that's not punishment for me.
I'll tear your tail off completely if you're not careful.
We'll be careful. He patted your back and pushed you into Darius once again.
Get going and try not to stay gone for long. I want to ride it some more too. Be safe, Darius.
You got it. Hang on tight, Andrew. You wrapped your arms around his middle and leaned heavily against him. Ready? Yeah. The bike started up and Darius revved the engine a few times. Ooh, yes, this sounds amazing. All right, here we go. He rolled to the edge of the parking lot, took a quick glance at oncoming traffic, then pulled out onto the street. Ah, this street, this same street. Traffic was light thanks to the time of day, and Darius sped off down the road. Can you hear me all right? Just screaming. I can, but you don't have to yell. Sorry, it's just a habit. These helmets are so cool. He took an exit onto the freeway leading through the city and picked up speed. As he sped up and moved into heavier traffic, you pulled yourself tighter to him, sorry. Seeing the road moving so fast below you while not having the same surroundings as a car offered a certain type of exhilaration that you weren't used to. You doing all right back there? You're really squeezing me tight and it's starting to hurt. Yeah, he hasn't fully recovered from his fucking accident. You hadn't realized you were squeezing him so tightly, and you immediately loosened your hold. I'm sorry. Okay, I guess I'm just a little nervous about being on the freeway. Gotcha. Let's head back into the city then. He weren't on the freeway for long before exiting back into the city near his home, and minutes later he was pulling down the alley between the garage and his building where he parked. What are we doing here? Just making a quick pit stop. Oh, we don't get to see the helmets. Well, this is kinda shady. What kind of pit stop is this?
The kind where I tease you a little bit more before we head back.
Of course, I can't say I'm surprised. Azaghal and Spencer start to wonder where we are.
It's not like we're blowing each other, so this'll only take a couple of minutes. Unless you want some of that right now, then, I'll be more than happy to make it quick.
He pinned you against the wall and slid his paws up your shirt with a grin. We have a deal active right now, so you can't.
It's up to me when the deal ends too, remember? I get to say when. So if I wanted to touch your dick right now, then that would end the deal.
But you'd still be bound by my part.
True. But I live. Besides, who says you haven't already broken the deal? That boner you had this morning couldn't have been easy to ignore.
His eyes were staring into yours, and he had a devious smirk spread over his face. His eyes had hold on you, and you couldn't look away. I ignored it.
Did you really?
One paw pressed flat against your stomach and pushed down into your pants, and you could feel his fingertips grazing through your pubes.
I did. Good.
What about you, huh? You didn't jerk off to that picture, did you?
Well, that's why I went to class so early. I left to avoid temptation after seeing it.
Really?
Sure did. You know how hard it is for me to not at least tug on it a little bit to build myself up for later? It's torture.
Oh, yeah. To repay Darius for his paw down your shorts, you pulled him close after slipping your hands down to feel his bare butt.
I'll offer again. You want me to break that deal now? Remember, I say when it happens for you. So if you want it now.
He leaned in and put his face into your neck, giving your exposed skin a kiss and following it up with a long lick. Not yet. I'm not ready to give in that easily.
Probably a wise choice. I'd be willing to bet Spencer would smell it on me when I give him a ride.
And if that happened, you might as well dump me off the back of the bike while on the freeway.
I'd be just as well taking myself out with you then.
You stood back up and looked down between your bodies.
Man, we're both hard and it shows. How much longer are we gonna let this go on?
Hey, you came up with this idea, so blame yourself for it.
Well, you'll just keep suffering along with me. This was the last chance you had to put a stop for it, but now we'll just both have to wait. I'll be fine. If you say so. I suppose we should get back to the garage before those two start calling me.
I'm wondering though. Have you ever done something with another guy back here?
A couple of times when I was trying to ditch a guy. It's been a while though. I don't feel like I need to do that anymore.
Wait, does that mean you were planning on ditching me here if I caved?
Guess we'll never know, will we? If you don't get on the bike though, I will leave you here. I'm coming.